There. Those were my suggesting that the upcoming reboot of Rambo should have a female lead in it. So, you remember that fun little bit in the Dark Knight Rises where Catwoman snuck away from Batman and he goes, "Oh, so that's what that feels like." Yeah, that's pretty much the position Oliver is in for this whole episode. Took him just 1 week to get frustrated with being out of the loop on the hero business. Another reason why this was a bad idea to begin with. But anyway, now he's on the receiving end of Felicity constantly being called away from their date and what have you. But she's got more on her plate than just Black Siren killing a bunch of random people. It turns out that breaking a hacker so evil that and so skilled that they locked him in a shipping container that had no access to technology, to keep him, because he was just that dangerous. Turns out breaking that guy out can come back to bite you. Who could have seen that coming? Except everyone when that episode aired. Well, anyway. Yeah, Felicity's hacker friend, I really need to start doing more research on these. I'm going to. I'm just really swamped with the prep for N7 day. But anyway, comes back and tells her that, yeah, he's out and he's evil and he's got a plan that's gonna kill like 5% of the world's population. And it turns out it's related to what Diggle's been tracking down, which is a string of random people who have been killed by Black Siren. And Diggle is coming into his own as the team leader, that's for sure. Although they don't address what drug he's taking. And William is absent from this episode, too, which makes me think that this is how the majority of the episodes are going to play out from now on. How's William doing? Oh, he's doing fine. Yeah. They introduced him in the first few episodes, gave him a heavy focus, and now it looks like they may be pretty much dropping him from being an active part of the story. Wouldn't be surprised if they killed him off just to give Oliver even more angst by the end of the season. I also don't think Oliver's coming back as the Green Arrow until they do their big crossover event. That's just my prediction. With all the other shows, but that's just my prediction. But anyway, yeah. And it turns out, trying to start up a company, Felicity can't figure out exactly what their startup company is going to do. She thinks it will be something with smart houses, her hacker ultra freedom computer friends, which I always find that funny when you have these hacker types on TV and in the movies who don't like seeing computers anywhere and want to take all the computers down, but somehow they became good enough with computers to to be able to hack anything. Now, don't get me wrong, I have met some people who think computers are pure evil and all that, and yeah, I know some of these types do exist, but a lot of them are more freedom of information people than computers are evil, get rid of them, keep them out of your house types. And they're more in the line of stop these systems from spying on you, not, ooh, how dare you put computerized systems in your house. I've only met a few people that do have that kind of computers are pure evil, keep them out of your house, and they all don't know a thing about computers. So that's a trope that always gets on my nerve. But I guess that's par for the course here. But anyway, it turns out that Black Siren is actually working for someone, and it's Michael Emerson. If anybody who knows you, well, anybody who knows me will tell you, and I plan to cover this show in the future, that I think one of the greatest science fiction shows ever made is one that doesn't often get called out as a science fiction show, but it is. And I'll explain it in its own review. I won't go into it now, but Person of Interest. And Michael Emerson is awesome in that, and he is good in this. There's just one thing. He's pretty much written as Finch from the evil alternate universe from Star Trek. He's pretty much the goateed Spock. That's what he is. He delivers his lines like Finch. His lines are even written like they come from Finch in Person of Interest. I kept expecting this to be a sting operation, and Reese and Shaw to come out of nowhere at one point, or him to go, are you listening to this, Mr. Reese? He drops his voice an octave, but I love you, Michael Emerson, and the people working on Arrow, but I have news for you. Dropping your voice one octave does not create a distinctive character. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. So I'm going to be calling him Goatee Finch. I know his real name, I actually do know it, but he comes off as so much as the alternate goateed Finch in this that I'm just going to call him Goatee Finch, because that's more fun. But anyway, that's moving forward, and his sinister plan that involves the death of so many people, take down the internet. And to do that, he needs the fingerprints of these people Black Siren has killed. She removed their fingerprints, because it turns out in secret they were the Elders of the Internet. Now, they have their own name for them, but they're the Elders of the Internet. In fact, the hilarious thing about this episode is just how little it understands what the Internet actually is. It seems to think the Internet is run by a group of elders somewhere. I swear, they got all their information from the writers are Jen from the IT crowd, and they got all their information from that one episode. I mean, it gets to the point in this episode where I expected the internet to just be a little painted wooden box with a blinking red light on top that sat in Big Ben. I mean, they already have the Elders of the Internet. The writers seem to think the internet is just one giant computer somewhere with one processor that we all go into that can be set to blow up with a virus, which he tries. But so that all happens. Felicity stops it with the help of Oliver acting as tech support this time. Yeah, it turns out he can't keep completely out of the hero game when she's in danger. He even gets into a fight while he's in a gas mask. So, yeah, but it turns out So you have that all going on, and it turns out there was a trap going on, because all Goatee Finch actually wanted was Felicity's digital fingerprints all over the internet. He didn't actually want to blow it up, and he planted a virus there, but I'm sure they'll come into play later. So our big bad is Goatee Finch, all right, and he's setting up a complex trap. I wonder if him and the Thinker are in the same chess club or do it over mail or the internet. But so that's set up. We also find out that vigilantes are supported by 70% of the population of Starling City, but they take this as bad news because they think it should be more. But I would, I would say that I would say a good third of people are against anything, no matter how beneficial it is. I'm pretty sure a third of the people out there you could take a poll and find that a third of the people are against water, and we need that to live. Oh, and at the last minute, Oliver gets a call from Slade Wilson saying that he needs help. So I'm sure that plotline with Slade's son is going to take a step forward next week. All in all, despite your enjoyment of this will depend on how much you like seeing roles reversed between Oliver and Felicity, and how much, and how, and whether or not you could just laugh, you could just have fun laughing at the episode and how badly it understands what the internet is. But based on that, if you can have the right amount of fun with it, I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. It's an above average episode of Arrow that's perfectly fun if you can laugh at it.